You know, it's funny, we watched the second half of the Iowa State game, and then we watched TCU's scout. And then we come out, practice, they were moving. I even told them after practice, I wish we moved like that in the second half of the Iowa State game. I'd rather move like that in the game than practice. And then it was funny, Linda Stepney asked me, she was accusing Pat Biondo, our video guy, of slowing our tape down and speeding TCU's up. I said, no, that's what I was talking about during the game. But, you know, it's good to let him see that. It really is. And you know, I told him the next time, you know, if this occurs again and I'm telling you not going hard, or, you know, you can go back to that situation and start believing me that we need to go a little bit harder. So it was good for them to see it on film.
Do you like having so many players close to the end of their career that, I mean, you know, that can approach them a couple of ways?
Well, it's good for this year. I don't like it for next year. You know, I wish they were all juniors again, to be honest with you. But, you know, that was my biggest. Yeah, exactly. That was my biggest thing is, you know, I said after Iowa State game, you know, them seniors, with 5 seniors, you know, you think some of them would step up and say, you know what, we're not going hard, you know what. And, you know, I've talked to a couple of them since then, and they, in their mind, they knew they weren't going hard, but yet they couldn't do anything about it. They just couldn't get it going. And you know, we haven't been going up and down the floor in practices. You know, it's been mostly half court, and I try to save their legs. I think we do a pretty good job saving their legs. So, you know, it's just one of them games. You know, when you can win that type of game, you know, you have to be happy about that. But I was just disappointed in our effort.
Those last 10 minutes of the first half, maybe that was the best stretch you had all year.
Yeah,
one of the best stretches.
Oh, absolutely. We were playing well. We was hitting our shots. We were defending. We were running. We were sprinting. And absolutely, that 10 minutes was. But, you know, that I always tell them, when you show me you can do that, I expect that all the time. And that's the problem. Don't show me you can do that and expect me to settle for anything less. And, you know, that's the thing. I've always said we got good people on this basketball team, and there's no doubt in my mind. You know, we're known for playing hard. That just upset me the other night because I just didn't think we played hard.
You get a TCU team Saturday that appears to be much improved over last year. Got a lot of the players.
They look very, very athletic. I think their center is 3rd in the country or something, shot blocks. You know, they'll play that 2-3 matchup, almost like Syracuse men does, and they leave her in the back, and you get in there, and she just tries to block everything you put up, and then they'll change. It looks like a zone, and they'll go into man out of it. So, you know, your guards, we worked on that yesterday. Your guards have to cut, and then if guards are taking you through, then they're in man. If they're not taking you through, then they're in the zone. So we just got to be able to identify that and space our point guards and get us in our sets.
I guess you got to pay attention to Medley. I mean, she's at the top of it.
Yeah, she's our leading scorer, and she's our point guard. I mean, they go with her. Very, very good. Can shoot the 3 deep, can penetrate, can make plays. So, you know, it's just another top point guard in the conference. I mean, I've seen a lot of top-notch point guards in this conference since we've been here.
Maybe more than the Big East. I mean,
overall.
There were a few good ones.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like every team we play has a quality point guard that can score. And that's something we have to contend with. And, you know, one of the things that teams do against us, they set a pick with their 5 on their point guard and try to let them go to work.
How do you, with 9 games left, in a month, I guess if I would call it a month left, how do you take a veteran team like this and peak it towards the playoff time?
Well, I just think, you know, we talked about NCAA tournament, and I normally don't do this, but I wanted them to understand the importance of these next 9 games because it's all about seeding. And if this group of 5 want to have a great seed in the NCAA tournament and do something, you know, special, then it's all about these next 9 games. And as far as peaking, you know, I just think we just keep cutting down practices and doing more film and then go back to fundamentals. That's something we did yesterday. I think at times, you know, you get caught up in the season, you're worried about X's and O's, and you forget about your fundamentals. And so that's something we want to emphasize going down the stretch here, too.
You know, when Crystal came in here, she was somebody you recruited out of high school, decided to go somewhere else, then came back here. that type of situation doesn't happen, I'm guessing, too many times.
No, in that case, I'm glad it did. I hope it happens a little bit more time. There's some other players I wish would come back here too, Doc. But yeah, you know what? We liked her out of high school, and then when she was interested, you know, in transferring, we really was interested in her and come down, and I knew she'd be a really, really good player for us.
You need, obviously, losing all Sarah and Liz and all those players at that time. You need somebody who can
Right,
come in
absolutely.
and
Step up and give us some scoring. And you know, the thing with Crystal, she's not only a good player, she's a good person off the floor. And that is great when you have one of your better players being one of your better people off the floor.